Imagine that you are in a busy market, surrounded by unfamiliar faces. Suddenly, you notice someone looking at you, and for a moment, you feel like you know exactly what that person is thinking. Have you ever wondered if it's possible to understand someone's thoughts and feelings without a single word being spoken? The answer is yes. And the ability to read minds is not magic, but a practice based on observation. The secret lies in learning to interpret the subtle signals that people convey, their looks, facial expressions, and gestures. These cues, often overlooked, can reveal more than words. In this video, we will explore a fascinating method that combines the ancient wisdom of Buddhism with practical techniques for reading body language. You will learn how to identify patterns, understand hidden emotions, and build deeper connections with others. Are you ready to uncover what lies beyond words? So let's begin this journey of perception and discovery. The blind brother and his wisdom. Many years ago, in a small, isolated village, there lived two brothers with very different life stories. The elder had been blind since birth, while the younger worked hard as a farmer to support the family. One day, facing the problem of animals invading their crops, the younger brother had an unusual idea. He asked the blind brother to stay in the field and shout whenever he heard the sound of animals. Despite his visual impairment, the blind man accepted the challenge, trusting in his keen senses. Sometime later, the king of the region, while hunting a deer, passed by the plantations. He saw the blind man and asked if he had spotted the animal. Calmly, the blind man replied that, although he could not see, he knew the deer was a pregnant female and that it would not be worth hunting her. Intrigued, the king ordered that the claim be verified. To his surprise, the information was correct. This story is more than just an interesting tale. It reveals the human capacity to perceive the world beyond traditional senses. The blind brother used his mindfulness, a practice deeply rooted in Buddhism, to interpret sounds, movements, and energies accurately. This demonstrates that, with focus and training, it is possible to understand more about the people and events around us, even when the common senses fail. This Buddhist tale not only inspires, but also teaches that true perception comes from the combination of internal focus and external observation. This skill, when developed, can be applied in everyday life to improve relationships, decisions, and our understanding of the world. Observing the eyes, a window to the interior. The eyes are often called the window to the soul, and for good reason. They reveal feelings and thoughts that words can hide. In Buddhism, there is a profound teaching on mindfulness, which includes observing not only the words, but also the subtle signs of the body, especially the eyes. This practice teaches us to decipher emotions and intentions more clearly and intuitively. When someone looks directly at you, it can indicate honesty or genuine interest. On the other hand, evasive looks can signal nervousness or discomfort. Modern studies in psychology show that pupil dilation is a natural response to feelings of excitement or attraction, while constricted pupils can indicate anger or rejection. In Buddhism, these details do not go unnoticed. The practice of being present in the moment helps to perceive these subtleties and interpret the true message behind the gaze. Moreover, the direction of the gaze also tells stories. A gaze directed upwards may indicate that the person is accessing creative thoughts or visual memories, while a sideways glance may suggest hesitation or an attempt to find a way out of the conversation. However, these interpretations require practice and patience. Another important point is the movement of the eyebrows. They are a powerful emotional barometer. For example, raised eyebrows can indicate surprise or curiosity, while furrowed brows generally show concern or confusion. The practice of observing these signals with mindfulness is a skill that can be developed over time, allowing for a more accurate reading of the emotional states of those in front of you. As we delve deeper into the observation of the eyes, we learn to see beyond the obvious. It's not just about understanding others, but also about strengthening human connection, one of the pillars of Buddhist wisdom. After all, when we look attentively, we not only see, but understand. The body speaks, the language of gestures and postures. When words fall silent, the body continues to communicate. The way a person moves, gestures, or even maintains their posture reveals a lot about what they are thinking or feeling. Body language, one of the most revealing elements of human communication, is widely explored in Buddhism as a way to understand the mind. Hand gestures are a clear example. When someone moves their hands quickly or repetitively, they may be anxious or trying to hide something. On the other hand, smooth and controlled movements often indicate calmness and confidence. Buddhism teaches us to observe these details without judgment, but with mindfulness, allowing for a clearer reading of others' intentions. Body postures are also a reflection of the internal state. A body leaning forward, for example, demonstrates interest and engagement in the conversation, while crossed arms can indicate resistance or discomfort. When we practice being present in the moment, we can pick up on these subtle messages, connecting external actions to internal thoughts. Another important aspect is the direction of the feet. Often, the positioning of the feet reveals a person's true focus. For example, if the person's feet are pointing towards the exit while talking, it is likely that they are looking for an excuse to end the interaction. However, if they are directed towards you, it demonstrates attention and engagement. Even small actions such as touching the face, rubbing the hands, or adjusting posture offer valuable clues about someone's emotional state. In Buddhism, these observations are part of a greater practice of empathy and compassion, helping us understand others on a deeper level. Developing the ability to interpret body language requires practice and patience, but over time, this ability not only improves communication, but also strengthens human bonds, allowing us to connect with others in a more meaningful way. Mindfulness, the power of being present. How many times have you been in a conversation and realized your mind was elsewhere? Maybe thinking about the past or worried about the future. This distraction is common, but it prevents us from noticing the subtle signals that the people around us send us. In Buddhism, the practice of mindfulness teaches us to live fully in the present moment, making room to notice what previously went unnoticed. Being present does not just mean listening to someone's words, but also observing the small details. The tension in their face, the change in their tone of voice, or even the rhythm of their breathing. These signals, often ignored, carry powerful messages about a person's emotions and intentions. Mindfulness allows us to access this silent language, connecting us in a deeper and more meaningful way. A study from Harvard University revealed that the practice of mindfulness can significantly increase the capacity for empathy. When we are fully present, we are more capable of understanding another person's emotional state, which helps us react with compassion and understanding. This reinforces what Buddhism has taught for millennia. A focused mind is a connected mind. Moreover, being in the present moment reduces the influence of prejudices and assumptions. Instead of interpreting others' signals based on our own beliefs or experiences, mindfulness allows us to see them for what they truly are. This open and non-judgmental approach is the key to deciphering the true intention behind actions and words. Therefore, by practicing mindfulness, you are not only enhancing your perception of others, but also strengthening your own presence. When your mind is focused on the now, you not only see but understand. This ability transforms everyday interactions into opportunities for genuine connection, aligning you with the flow of the moment. Along this journey, We explored the art of understanding others without the need for words. We learned that true understanding lies in observing mindfully, interpreting the subtle signs of the body, and above all, being present in the moment. These skills, although simple in concept, have the power to transform the way we connect with the people around us. In Buddhism, it is believed that perception begins within us. To understand others, we must first calm our own mind and make space. For empathy, this does not mean judging or controlling, but simply observing, accepting, and understanding. When we apply these principles, we discover that true communication goes beyond words. Now the question is, how will you apply these teachings in your life? Imagine the impact of perceiving what others feel even before they speak. Imagine creating deeper bonds and better understanding those around you. The key is in your hands. The journey to develop these skills is continuous, but each step brings immeasurable rewards. Remember, a person's eyes, expressions, and gestures are like open books, waiting to be read. We just need to learn to see with clarity and compassion. Thank you for embarking on this journey. Perception is a skill you can cultivate, and the time to start is now.